welcome along to World Sport. I'm Kate Riley at CNN Centre. Well, the stars of the Women's World Cup are back in America after winning the crown for a record-extending fourth time. They exited the plane to the tune of Queen's "We Are the Champions," with Julie Ertz leading the squad out, holding the World Cup trophy. And after beating the Netherlands 2-0 in the final and lifting that trophy in Lyon, France on Sunday, the squad flew back to New York Liberty International Airport. On Wednesday, the world champions will be congratulated with a parade in New York, where the mayor will present the team with the keys to the city. But these women will be remembered for their impact off the pitch too, for reasons including being outspoken about the issue of equal pay, and one of the team stars, Megan Rapinoe, even publicly feuding with President Donald Trump. Well, the Golden Boot winner spoke to CNN when the team arrived at their hotel in New York on Monday.
We understand what kind of stage we're on. We're very aware of the attention that we have, the platform that we have, and we are extremely aware of the power of winning and performing and doing so in the style that we always do. So we always kind of knew that. We knew that this would be a huge summer for us in many different ways. And this is just the first step in a very big summer that we hope to have.
We've kind of been able to translate what we've learned on the field to off the field, and that's also using our voice and be able to speak up for important issues. And I think it's so evident more today than ever that we do need to use our voice for what we believe in and for the opinions that we have. And I think we've been able to do that in a great way.
Well, this team are all too aware of their platform, not just domestically in the States, but globally as well. Last week, we reported that the CEO of the sports giant Nike, Mark Parker, announced in the company's earnings call that the U.S. women's home jersey is also now Nike's highest-selling soccer jersey, men's or women's, for a single season in company history. Well, following that news, minutes after the Americans won its second consecutive Women's World Cup championship, Nike aired a 60-second ad in honor of the victory in the US. The ad centers on the concept that this win is more than just about winning a world title. It's considered a significant step in the battle to achieve pay equality and end gender discrimination in sports.
I believe that we will make our voices heard, and TV shows will be talking about us every single day and not just once every 4 years, and that women will conquer more than just the soccer field, like breaking every single glass ceiling and having their faces carved on Mount Rushmore, and then we'll keep fighting not just to make history, but to change it forever.
And it's not just on the jersey sales where we saw records broken at this World Cup. TV viewing figures in the US have been released for Sunday's final, and it's been ranked as one of the highest rated football events in the history of the sport. Ratings in the US for the final, which peaked at nearly 20 million viewers, showed 27% of all the TVs in use in America were tuned into the game. And it resulted in a larger audience in America than for the Men's World Cup final a year ago. CNN's Amanda Davis was in Lyon, France for the final, and she's been having a look back as well as also forward at how this tournament will impact the sport both on and off the pitch.
It may be the USA crown world champions once again, but this World Cup is being seen as the start of a new era in terms of women's football.
Over 1 billion viewers all around the world. Which other event in the world, except for the Men's World Cup of football, can unite 1 billion people around the world to watch this?
28 years after the first edition of the tournament, world football's governing body, FIFA, set higher targets than ever before. Over the last few weeks, we've seen the highest ever global TV audience for the women's game, with viewing records being set in 7 countries spanning 4 continents. And 24 of the 52 matches were sold out, as attendances here in France passed the 1 million mark. History was made with the debut of the Video Assistant Referee, or VAR. And just like we saw last year at the Men's World Cup in Russia, it wasn't without its controversy.
The controversy, that creates a lot of undue pressure on officials.
Love rating stuff like that.
Right?
Love rating stuff.
And it creates this, it's not a real controversy.
The fans may have been divided by the technology, but they've been united by a love of the game, both inside the stadiums and as they've travelled around France.
It's a different feeling. There's a more humility. People have got their feet on the ground. They're not carried away with success. Money, commercialism hasn't took over yet.
Former players are saying that on the pitch, the standard of the women's game has never been higher. And stars like Alex Morgan, Amandine Henry and Lucy Bronze aren't just driven by trophies, but the knowledge that their increased visibility means their impact goes far beyond the football community.
Women is the solution to keeping football as the #1 sport in the world.
We just want to inspire young girls to just believe in themselves, be super passionate about what you do, work hard, and anything's possible.
Hard work, grit and determination are what it's taken for so many of the stars we've seen over the last month to get to this point, often against the odds. The tide is turning and the potential of the women's game is starting to be realised. But to take it to the next level, there's no doubt what's needed.
Money, 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 money. Right? I mean, money from FIFA, money from federations, money from advertisers, sponsors, rights holders, TV, all of them investing in infrastructure, in training programs or academies for women, in coaching for women, in all of it.
FIFA have announced already that the prize money for the next World Cup in 2023 will be doubled to make it $60 million. That is still a long way shy of the men's prize pot, but the game is at a very different stage of development. The excitement around the women's game has been palpable over the last few weeks here in France. The important thing is that it now makes the most of its moment. Amanda Davis, CNN, Lyon, France.
Amanda, thank you.